Well, the dust has seemingly settled in the Student Senate following the resignation of the now former Student Body President Carl Jeschke, and things are looking up. Joining me this morning is the new presidential inductee, Naomi. Alene. Thanks for joining me this morning.
No problem.
So you obviously started out the year as vice president, and your biggest responsibility in that role was, of course, Outfly.
Yeah.
That's done now. So now that everything is done with that, what did you think of the day as a whole? What was successful? Were there some things that could have gotten better? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it was very successful. I mean, every year the Vice President Outfly Committee put a lot of work into planning Outfly, and it's only as good as like the participation that we get. And this year there was a lot of participation from both underclassmen and upperclassmen, and I think that's what made it great.
It was a great day. It was a lot of fun. So now that that's done, you're starting to fully immerse yourself into the presidency. How is the adjustment going from VP to the president role?
It's good. I mean, I have a very supportive exec team, and Ashleigh Henderson has become vice president, and she's amazing. So, I mean, it is different. It's a lot of work, but it's I think we're adapting pretty well. So.
Cool. So you just mentioned Ashleigh was inducted recently into the vice presidency. She's doing well. How is she adjusting to that?
Yeah.
As opposed to, she was administrative person.
Yeah, she's adjusting very well. She was on the exec team last year, and so I think she kind of knows how the position works, and she knows her job responsibility. So I don't really have to tell her much. She's very good at what she now does.
Awesome. So recently there's been a lot of controversy among students regarding the hike in tuition costs.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of students are a little upset that they're not quite sure where that money is going. I know that's being touched on in the Senate meeting on Thursday. Mm-hmm. Do you have any insight on that for anyone that may not be able to attend that meeting?
I mean, if anybody has questions, I'm sure Rich Sagerman or President Colson are willing to answer. And there is a budget report that is uploaded on on Info Center, I believe. And so I think it's pretty general, but I think that tells a lot of information that students are concerned about. But I know Rich Sagerman and President Colson are willing to answer any questions. So if somebody can't make it to the Senate meeting on Thursday and still have a question, I think shooting an email to one of them would get their question answered. So
that starts at 11:30, right?
Yeah.
And is that going to span pretty much the whole thing, or is that going to be more earlier, later in the meeting?
It's going to be the first thing we do. We're going to just take attendance for senators, and then as soon as we do that, we'll just get started. So, people should be there at 11:30.
Good deal. So now that things are getting settled, and you guys are doing well in your new roles, what can we look forward to seeing from Senate coming up?
Right now, we're working a lot with dining services to try and make some changes, because every year there's always a lot of feedback when it comes to that. So I think after people do this survey, Ashleigh Henderson and our new administrative ombudsperson Amanda Gertler and Dan Kittle are sitting with Margaret Empey to try and use the students' feedback to make some changes. So that's pretty exciting. That's what I'm excited about.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.